Hi, my name is Audrey Gatsch. I am going to be interviewing Emily Wienheff. Today I'm behind the camera. Emily Wienheff in front of me. She is a 21-year-old self-identifying female. She's wearing a white t-shirt and black jeans. She has brown hair and blue eyes. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to ask you, Emily, what does it mean to you to have a disability?
I think to have a disability, to me, it doesn't make me any different from anybody else. I do have invisible disabilities versus visible disabilities, and I don't use any assistive devices or assistive technology or anything like that. I do have some mental disabilities as well as a physical disability. My whole spine is fused together. I don't really think that I stand out from a crowd that much. I think everybody's equal in their own way. Everybody's just a little bit different. Yeah.
All right, second one. How does having a disability affect your life?
There's some really random things that I can't do. Like, I can't ride roller coasters. I can't go on high-speed moving vehicles. I can't do things like most sports. I can't do gymnastics, anything like that. I can't even do things as simple as like twisting to the left or the right or bending down. But
You do a lot. Oh.
there is a lot that I do. And I make the best out of it, and I kind of do things my own way. And I've learned to I learned to pick up things with my toes at one point and like do things to make it easier for myself. But yeah, it's not that different. You just make things work in your own way.
All right, next one. How do you tell people about your disability? Like, who knows about your disability? And how do you go about telling them?
My closest friends, and then obviously my family. I acquired this disability when I turned 12, so I didn't have it my whole life. But the people that knew me when I was 12, so around middle school, they were all aware of what was happening in the surgery that I had that made me not be able to function the way I could before. So obviously those people know, and then anybody that I meet that's new, sometimes they'll point out like the scars on my back, or they'll point out that the back side of me looks different because my right shoulder blade sticks out, and I'll just explain to them like I have my spine fused, I can't do certain things, I look a little bit different, but I'm just the same as I was before. So.
All right. Next one. What can people do to make society less of a barrier for your disability? Or for people with disabilities?
Change your freaking attitude. It is not that hard to be accepting of disabled people. It's not that hard to be accepting of queer people. It's not that hard to be accepting of people in general. Everybody's unique in their own way, and we're all intersectional, and there's no reason that I or anyone else who's disabled in particular should be outcasted or treated differently just based on how we look or how we act or what we can or can't do. It's all about attitude, and attitude needs to be changed.
Is there anything else you would like to talk about, Emily, or say?
I think so. I think that's all.
All right, well, thank you.
Okay, so we decided to switch the roles and ask Audrey how she feels about having a best friend / roommate that lives with disabilities. So Audrey has long brown hair. She's wearing a cream sweater and striped pants. She's pale skin and has brownish green eyes. Okay, so we're just going to start with the same set of questions that you had asked me before. So first off, what does it mean to you to have a best friend / roommate that lives with a disability?
What is it? So, to me, I mean, it's not too much different. I mean, there are small things here and there that, like, I personally know, and, like, I've known Emily for years. So there's things that I know that like we can and can't do kind of thing. Like you previously mentioned, like I know those things, and I know things you can do, and like we'll do workouts together and they'll be a little bit different. So yeah, so it does get incorporated into my life as well, but I think that it's been really great that I have been, exposed to that, where now it's something that, I'm way more interested in and now pursuing a minor in.
How does Emily having a disability affect your life, or how do you see it affecting her life from day to day?
So for that, it's not necessarily directly affecting me, but there are times where I will see it affect Emily directly, and we have been friends for a very long time, and so sometimes it gets hard seeing her beat down on herself or have a hard time with things. So it is kind of hard, and I can just be supportive of her, help her however I can, but overall I'd say she mostly does everything herself, and she doesn't really let it get in the way. She's done some pretty awesome, amazing things, so I'm really, yeah.
Can you tell people about your roommate / best friend having a disability?
So I actually don't. I feel like anyone who has a disability, it is up to them on their own agenda for when they want to say things or when they want to talk about their disability. So I don't ever want to speak for someone. So yeah.
And what do you think that other people can do to make the society less of a barrier for your roommate having a disability?
So one big theme, not necessarily always for Emily, but for disability in general that I've been seeing a lot is like AT and a lot of making things accessible for everyone, not just people who have disabilities. And that kind of, throughout our classes kind of talked about the medical model, the social model, and how that affects disability and how we see it in our society. So I really do wish people would put more attention towards that and just try to see that their disability makes up a really large population, especially living in the city. There's so many people that I've met and in my life personally that I've seen not be able to do things due to not having, being able to or not having it be accessible to them. So that's really unfortunate to see. So I do wish that together, disabled and non-disabled people put that as a big priority in society.
Awesome, that's all.